Hello, and thank you for tuning in with me today, Rosewart, Stampersdelight.com. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. Did you know about the spotlighting technique? How about dyeing your ribbon? Well, let's do that today. So let's get started. I am using the framed scenes, and here are the scenes and the dies that go with that. And for today's technique, I am going to take a piece of basic beige, half a sheet of cardstock. I am going to fold that in half. Lay that aside there. I'm going to grab a piece of early espresso, and I'm going to cut that. It's already at the 4-inch mark, so I'm going to cut this off and make it 5 1/4. Let's get under there. 5 1/4. There we go. And then going to layer that onto my base card using my stamp and seal. I'm going to bring in a piece of basic beige. I'm going to do some stamping with that. So for this, I am going to use Memento. I am going to take this image and I'm going to stamp that twice. Bringing in my mat. Oh, don't need the mat. I forgot these are red rubber, so I don't need that extra cushion. I'm going to stamp this twice. Okay. I am going to just cut that in half because I only need these 2 little pieces. So there's my 2 images. I'm going to grab those dies, and I'm going to grab the larger die, and I'm going to cut that out. So let me bring in my cutting and die embossing machine. Let's cut this one out. I know everybody's been asking for more techniques, so that is what I am going to be doing for the next few weeks or further. Just give you some techniques to work on. So let's cut this out. Second. And we're going to pop that out. Okay, so that's one of them. I'll put my die back. I'm going to bring in some of my blends. I have Old Olive, light and dark, and then I have Lemon Lime Twist, light and dark. So I'm going to start with the dark Old Olive, and I'm just going to add some dark here. Into these areas for the tree house. Now, since I'm using blends, I did use the Memento ink. I'm going to take my Old Olive and I'm going to blend that up. This is the light Old Olive. And where I've added the dark, I'm just blending that. Some of these techniques are not really new techniques, but we do tend to forget about them when we don't use them a lot. And this is the perfect stamp set for spotlighting technique. So now you see some light and dark. I am then going to grab some other colors here and do some more with that. I am going to grab, let's see, what do I have? I need my crumb cake, which doesn't seem to be here, so we're gonna improvise. I'm gonna grab some of my neutral colors. This is number 500. And I'm gonna add some of the neutral colors to the treehouse in here for the wood. Again, this is number 500. I actually like that better than the crumb cake now that I'm using it. Okay, let me grab some Calypso Coral, and we're gonna do some of the roof. I'm just dotting the dark, make the door dark. Just to add some color in there. I'm actually glad I grabbed that neutral blend because we do forget about those. And you can mix and match those. So I'm just going to blend this up. I'm going to take that light. Oh, here's the light. This is the light one I wanted. I'm actually going to stick with the neutrals, I think. Let's see how this one looks. This is number 900. Oh, yeah. Because I want the bark a little bit lighter. We'll add some light in there. All right. Now let's take that lemon lime twist. I'm going to add some color here. Now I am coloring the whole image, but I don't need the whole image. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to bring in my circle punch, which is 1 1/4. You can use any circle punch. I'm going to go inside there and just pop that out. So if you'd rather not color the whole thing, you can pop the circle out first and just color that. I'm going to bring that in, and what I'm going to do is I am going to line that up with the trees. And I'm going to grab some dimensionals. Again, I'm going to be working on more techniques. I do my Fun Fold Fridays, my Scrapbook Sundays. So I thought it was time to work on some more of these techniques. Okay, so we are going to line that up. Find the right tree line, which is right there. And there I have my little image that I want. Now this is going to go right here, but before I do that, I'm going to bring in some designer series paper from the Botanical Texture suite. I'm going to go with this one, and I'm going to cut that at 3 3/4 by 5 to layer onto the early espresso. So I want 3 3/4 by 5. I actually have 2 techniques today. That's gonna, whoop, cut that at 5. I think I did it 5 1/4. I'm so used to it. Yeah, I did. Okay. I'm gonna layer that right on top of there. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, now I'm going to take this frame, and you can see it's got some embossing in there of like a tree line. I'm going to take another piece of designer series paper. I might use the same one. I think I'm going to use the same one. I want that one. Let's see if this fits on it since it's a scrap piece anyway. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to take my machine here, my die cutting machine. And I'm going to cut that frame out. I guess I could call this Technique Tuesday, but I don't know that I'll always do it on a Tuesday, so we'll just call it Did You Know? I'm going to bring that in, and what you get is this inside piece, and then the frame. I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm just going to pull that off. I thought this paper went well with this stamp set. I'm going to add that onto there. Now I am going to use dimensionals for this, and I think I can get away. I'm going to use the mini dimensionals because it's a smaller frame. So let's go ahead with the mini dimensionals. Put them in the 4 corners first, and I'm using the opposite side. You see I have like that linen look. Let's add a couple more. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook, so you know when I go live with another video, or I go live or recorded videos, which I do those quite a bit. Let's just get that off there. When you subscribe or you follow me, if it's on Facebook, you should get a pop-up when I add something. Okay, so we are going to put that right in the center, just like that. Now I don't need this little piece because I already have that linen background. What I'm going to do is I am going to add that right there. So I am just going to glue that down since I popped that up with a dimensional. I could even go this way. I think I'm going to go this way. I'm going to change that. I'm going to put that right in there. So the spotlighting technique is just spotlighting part of your stamp. And I just want to make sure, yeah, I got that lined up. Okay, so that's the first thing. The next thing is I'm going to bring in my ribbon, which is white, that goes with that suite. I'm going to bring this piece of cardstock in here. And I want a little bit darker ribbon for this. So again, I'm going to take that SU 500, the neutrals. I'm going to take my painter ed, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it down, and I'm just going to color it. You don't have to get all of it because this is the painter side. It will soak into your ribbon. And then I'm just going to bring it down, add some more color. So I'm adding, again, the Did You Know series, and that could be techniques, could be just about anything, one sheet wonders. So I hope you'll join me for those. Now, normally I would let this dry a little bit. I'm just going to cut it off. And you can see it's soaked through. And if you want it to be totally covered, then you can go ahead and flip it over and add some more. But I kind of like it variegated or ombre. So there's my bow. I'm going to go ahead and add that right there. So let this dry a little bit before you put your glue on it. I'm not letting it dry too much because I want to have the finished card for you. See, that's what I mean. It's a little wet, so I got to work it a little bit more. But let yours dry. So you might want to do the bow before you get stamping. Now, for the sentiment, I am using the brand new, available in May, More Messages. The More Messages is one big stamp. I don't have the sticker on that, but I'll show it to you. The sticker Has, again, it's one sticker and it goes on the back of that rubber. But I didn't add that yet. And then here is the die. So one of the things I absolutely love about this is the fact that you can cut out all these sentiments at one time. And then you'll have them for all your cards. So I am going to bring in my stamp pad. I'm going to bring in the black. I'm going to ink this up. This is so cool. I love this. I will have all these sentiments to use. So if you do this a couple of times in different colors, what I would do is put it in like a little tray. Let me just show you. I have this like 18 little trays here, and I can put those sentiments in this tray. I think I got this at Bed Bath & Beyond before they closed, or Amazon. So you can put these little tray things in here, and then you can keep your sentiments separated. Okay, I'm going to then turn this over, and I am going to line it up with a 1/4 sheet of paper. I'm just going to let it set for a second. And then there's all my sentiments. I'm then going to line that up with my Post-it note tape. Bring in my die cutting machine. Okay, I'm missing, you might want to do this a little bit bigger than a 1/4 of a sheet, because I see one of them didn't quite make it. But again, I'm just starting to use that set. And the one that doesn't actually cut out because I didn't have the paper long enough is not the sentiment I'm going to use anyway, so it's all good. Okay. And then I'm going to pop out all of these sentiments. And you can see that you have all these sentiments to use for any other project. So this is the one that I cut off a little bit. You see that? I could use it though. I could definitely use that. So that is the More Messages bundle, which will be available in May. If you need a catalog and you're in the US and you don't have a demonstrator, contact me. My email will be below and you can email me for that. I think I'm going to use maybe the Happy Birthday. Not really sure. Always here for you. Way to go. You're simply incredible. Miss you. Lots of love. Time to celebrate. I'm going to use the birthday because I always need birthdays. And this could be more of a masculine card if you want. I'm going to take my mini dimensionals right here. And I'm going to add a few of those. I have a couple more samples, so stay tuned. I'm going to use the Happy Birthday. I could put that right there, but I'm going to put it right here because I want all of that to show. And then I'm going to bring in the matte dies, matte gems that go with the Botanical Textures Suite. And I'm going to use this color right here, Pecan Pie. We'll add a couple of gems. And look at that. I've got all these sentiments to use. I have a great little technique card here. And because it's basic beige, I can just go on the inside here and stamp. And if I, I'll put my sentiment in there. Or I'll leave it blank till I'm ready to use it. And we're just going to add that right there. And there we have a great card featuring the spotlight technique and coloring your ribbon. I hope you like that. I hope you like this new series. Let me know by commenting and give me a thumbs up. Here's another one that I did with that set. Just doing the green. And then for the black and white one, what I did color it. And then I just added some blue, balmy blue to the white portion by adding my dark balmy blue blends. So there are 3 cards for you for today's technique, spotlighting. And there you can see I colored that ribbon right there too. That one was crumb cake. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Facebook, sign up for my newsletter so you know when I'm doing my online classes. I'll be announcing May's very soon. Until next time, keep on stamping, Stampers. Bye.